today's main goal was going to be tearing down this thing. What I end up doing is ripping out full interior. So all this is actually the interior that will come out of that. We're still going to try to tear down as much as we can out of this thing to throw into this, but from what I know, I don't really need much more. There will be a fair bit of parts left over from this car, so if there's anyone that else actually wants some stuff, feel free to send us a message and we can make it happen. Got the exhaust, downpipe, so this is all actually 3-inch custom downpipe all the way back. The collector is a bit different with this, so I might not use this. I do have a exhaust that will be working under there, which we will look further down the track, but everything in here will be all coming out. Everything in here will be coming out. I'm actually pretty keen. So the interior is actually too bad, but it's just filthy, and I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, if I give it a real good clean, I reckon it'll come out. But the interior that's come out of this thing is it's just unreal. It's absolutely unreal, and I'd prefer it. You can tell it's less sun damage, less soft. It's still real crisp and less creased, I should say. We'll pretty much be doing a full clean on all this stuff, giving it all a good wash, give it a vacuum. The carpet's still pretty tidy. There's no wear and tear marks on the driver's side floor mat. Give all this a wash because it's just covered in dust and dirt, and then pretty much just doing a swapperoo from everything out of this to everything out of that. Carpet's come on pretty good now. Got a few little things here and there, obviously expected for a nearly 15-year-old car now. I think something like that. So we'll pretty much get started on the seats now. That's about it, and get ripping in the interior. I just noticed pretty much just before we remembered that the timing case on this actually snapped, so you can see there. But luckily the cam gears, everything is still fine. There was no heavy impact or anything like that. It's just the cover, because the rad here was pushed forward, and that pretty much caused this bracket actually to the air pump even to snap here. So if you see that, that's in 2 pieces there. But luckily, you can't see that yet. Luckily, this is why you keep spare parts. That's why you keep spare parts, guys. You got something like that, someone will try to charge you $50 for it. I do have the spare one with the old motor, but as some of you guys know, if you guys try to impact these or whatever too tight, as soon as you guys try to take them off, the threads in the back spin, so it just rotates and rotates. You can't actually get them off. I got one off earlier when I was trying to check the motor when I first checked timing, but these other ones have been completely screwed. So only way we can change that is putting a new one on, and that's what that one is there for. So hopefully we can change that out and we'll be good as gold. Next thing what I'll be doing is obviously just cleaning these seats up. Get all this, it's just dust and dirt. I don't know about you guys, but usually when I do leather and stuff, I always do a little bit of warm water and then seal it with like a leather treatment, which I do have on the shelf. Leather love here. It stinks, doesn't have a good smell to it, but hey, it works. Look how much stuff is here. Look at this, mate. And this is exactly why, you guys don't know, why I'm pulling all this stuff out. Disgusting. I wonder if I find any money in here. Found, as we were ripping out all the stuff out of the car yesterday, we found, I think, $5. $5 on some Vegemite. Look at that. You guys want some Vegemite? If you guys aren't from America or from Australia, what are these? Pantyhose. Are these pantyhose? I'm pretty sure they're pantyhose. Get her done. You guys see how fucking filthy this car is? Like, these are the goods. The goods. The goods. Actually. Don't want to ruin. Oh, them. Oh, when she's ready to rip her out. These clips an absolute pain.
Did you break it?
No. These clips, I don't know if you guys see this, but there's a two-way plug on them. And you have to push this little tab in here and then push this clip up and then push in and pull out. I got it. These, you can't get your fingers in there, pushing that little thing in, and then there's a little green tab here that you have to pull up at the same time and then push in and then pull out. Push in and pull out. Look at this. Look at the filth. This is why you guys don't smoke in your cars. Oi! 20 cent! 20 cent! I swear that seat was heavier than this one. This door just might fucking stay open, that's for sure. Look at the tobacco. Fucking ash. I'm almost thinking if I could just vacuum this up and give it a good vacuum, because look on it here, like that's like brand new. That's pretty good. And then under here, it's almost like it's never been moved, to be honest. I reckon give it a vacuum, pull all the stuff out. Some rollies, roly-poly ollies, and she's empty. Alright, we'll get it started on removing this this back seat here, and then removing this center console. This will be coming out because it's got ash in it. This will all be coming out because of this. It's just filthy and it's just past my liking. We do have the second-hand one from the other car for this that'll get replaced, because if you can see on this side, it's actually pretty torn up. This thing is pretty crap. It's pretty filth. It's like, it's just worn and torn, and it's not too bad. If you throw, you know, nothing that a steering wheel can't cover, can't fix or cover, whatever it is. Look at the ash. Look at the ash there. Look at it. Just look at the ash in there. It's just disgusting. But that'll all get replaced anyways. We've got a few other things that'll come in this car. And so, thanks to my lovely fiance there, she spent probably about the last 20 minutes vacuuming this car, and little do we know, it looks clean-ish, not really. But if you guys can see, look, this is like, it's in there. We scrubbed it with the vacuum. It's just like it's in there. So, long story short, we're not using this carpet. We're going to be ripping the rest out, and we're going to be pretty much swapping it out. So, long story short, I've just wasted her time. Yeah, so wasted my time. Let's get back to putting the new carpet in. Yeah. So here's something a bit weird. So under here, this was normally there. You guys can tell me if this is factory or not, but lifted this up and this. It's a decent pile, like that's my hand. That was all filled under there. It's this has obviously been pulled apart before. It's, you know, that's, you guys would have seen in the video I just did on that bolt and the other bolt on the other side, and I was struggling to get this out, and this pretty much just all completely come out. So yeah, that was a bit weird. You know when a car hasn't been taken care of, when it fights you for everything. And under the carpet, it's still dirty. Cigarette butts, cigarettes, tobacco, dirt. Literally everywhere. Especially there. Look at that under there. Like it amazes me. That actually fought me more than removing it out of the parts car. That was a bit difficult. So I've made a mess. This is what's come out of this car. Yesterday we had the full interior out of this car. Out within maybe an hour, hour and a half. And we've been now going out of this car for probably about 3.5 hours, nearly 4 hours actually. I don't know why it's taken so long, but so pretty much everything that's gone from this car is going into this car, which is all direct plate replacement anyways, but it's just cleaner and newer by about a year, so it's not much of a big deal. It's just a matter of remembering how everything went and, well, yeah, how it went. We're gonna throw the carpet in there, and I'll come back to when we start throwing a bunch of the interior things in. The only thing that I'm not for sure about is obviously I don't know how to. I need to figure out how. Obviously, I know how the gearbox comes out, but I'm just trying to figure out how people usually replace them or take them out completely. So whether they keep the shifter in, or they take the shifter out and drop the box. So I don't know. We'll leave that. I'll leave the center console out just so I have that free. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something on this side. The trick in really with the getting all this is make sure it's flat again. You know what I mean? It's all going in pretty good, obviously. Little things like this that makes it. Oh fuck! Look how clean this carpet is. Let's just take a second and just admire it. Dang. It's just
better than the tobacco carpet that you had before.
It's just a nice carpet. Just a nice fucking carpet. So that's pretty much done for tonight. Not gonna go any further. It's a bit dark outside now, as you guys might see. That's actually not how dark it is normally. This actually, that's 0. That's how dark it is. So I'm trying to actually see what's going on inside this car. It's getting nearly impossible without using the light, but you know, still I'll try to save it for the rest of the time. And until then, we'll start it back tomorrow, getting the rest of the stuff done. Interior is pretty much done. We got the carpet in, the rest of the dash in. Just need to change the cluster. It's only, you know, a couple bolts, which is pretty easy, and then we'll end up throwing the 2 front seats in. And there's a wild black cat running around. I don't know if I just seen that, if I was seeing things, but I'm pretty sure that was just a black cat. Where'd it go? There it is. Wow, that's a huge cat. That's coming to me. That was a huge cat. This is the size of that cat. That was absolutely massive. It was like fucking that. A wild cat. Yeah. So yeah, we'll catch back with you guys tomorrow when we finish the rest of the stuff, and we'll get the interior in. And I'll show you how the interior will come out real good. You'll see the difference. I'll do a comparison with them too when tomorrow in the daylight, so you can see it properly. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.